Coming up, we take a look at how teamwork experiences get even more powerful by combining Office 365 and the new cross-device whiteboard capabilities as part of Windows 10, all within Microsoft 365. I'm joined today by Nidia Cavazos from the Surface team. Welcome.
Hey, Jeremy, it's great to be here.
So people think about devices, they really think about individual productivity and maybe creativity they're doing on that device, but it's really broader than that, right?
Right, where Surface really comes into play is in creating new product categories and experiences. Across the portfolio, we're focused on making sure that the device gets out of the way of you expressing yourself so that you can interact in the way that's most natural to you. Part of how we achieve this is by incorporating ink and touch support across all our Surface devices. Of course, this also extends to how we free you up to collaborate. Right now, I'm here next to Surface Hub, which is our large screen communal device built for collaboration.
Right, and one of the advantages here is that even if I'm miles apart from the person I'm collaborating with, as we've shown before, when you address somebody who's remote, it's like they're in the room and you're looking right at them.
Yes, even if you are participating remotely, we want you to feel like you are in the room. And we've incorporated many principles around interactivity in our Surface portfolio. For example, in how we've engineered our microphone and cameras in our Surface devices to light up video and voice interactions with others.
Right, and of course, beyond the device itself, of course, matching the power of Surface devices along with Office 365 and Windows 10 is really where the collaboration experiences come together.
Exactly. Let's walk through a scenario. I'll be here in the Surface Hub, and you can join me from your Surface Book too. Okay. I'm already signed into Office 365. And the power here is that single sign-on allows you to sign into all your Microsoft apps like PowerPoint, Excel, and Word, but also into any app that leverages Azure Active Directory. We have some examples here, such as Sprinkler, User Voice, and many others within the Edge browser.
So it's really easy to get all your app experiences and really share and collaborate then, as you can see here, across almost any cloud service.
Exactly. So I'm going to launch Teams right from the Edge browser. Of course, I could have done that from the Office 365 portal, but since I was already on Edge, I launched it right through there.
And one of the great things here is that Teams is actually saving you from launching multiple apps discretely. So as you're inside of Teams, you can get to all your different Office 365 experiences.
Absolutely. We're in fact seeing more and more people using Microsoft Teams with Surface devices for the rich integrated experience. Also, because Surface Hub uses the WebRTC, or real-time communication protocol, even websites running WebRTC can leverage the cameras and speakers in the Surface Hub. If you haven't tried Teams yet, you should. Teams is a persistent chat-based environment for collaboration that incorporates online meetings, calls, and also all your files and content. If I click on Teams, I can see all the different work streams that I have or I'm working on. I can also see all the people that I'm working with for each one of them, and I can see the whole history of the conversation, including all the files that we've shared.
And an important point to call out here is that all the files and content within Teams are really stored in SharePoint at the back end. And that means that they benefit from all the security and compliance controls that we have, like co-authoring support, for example. So for example, here I've got a PowerPoint file that I've recently uploaded into Teams in the conversation view. When I do that, it actually loads into the Teams file, so you can easily get to it right here from the files directory. So right now, what I can do within Teams is I can go ahead and start editing against this PowerPoint directly.
And the cool thing is that we can view it directly within Teams. We can also edit and co-author in real time. In fact, I can see that you're in the document right now, and your changes seem to be coming through.
There we go. I just made a quick change to the title.
Now, I'm going to bring in a few more team members by joining a meeting in Teams using the integrated online meeting capabilities. I'm going to go into my meetings and check out the Teams calendar, and now join with one click. Hey, Frank. Hi, Strider. Welcome to the team.
And I've joined here from my Surface Book 2 as well.
From directly within Teams, I can easily access one of our most powerful collaboration experiences, the whiteboard. In here, we have several new features that you guys can leverage. For example, I can add a post-it or a note from our brainstorming session. In here, I'm going to add a Surface Studio. And we can also stack images from our brainstorming session to create an album that we can access later. We can open those images and then start working on them afterwards. Also, we have the Versailles view, which allows us to see the whole whiteboard so that we can define which part of it do we want to keep collaborating on. And if you're wondering how to add the whiteboards in Teams as a website, please check out the link shown below.
And now that we're in the whiteboard, it's also worth pointing out with the new whiteboard app, any Windows 10 device can join to collaborate. And if we go back to our project on Team Workspace Design, I can see that you have some images of rooms here with Surface Hubs in them.
Yes, I do. In fact, Surface Hub really opened our eyes to the importance of organizing a meeting room for teamwork and collaboration. Everyone knows their favorite conference room or the ones that they want to avoid, but there are common design pitfalls that we can prevent. In fact, I can see that Strider and Frank have already started making some comments in here. For example, Frank is saying that there's no easy access from the table to the Surface Hub, and Strider is commenting that the room is too crowded, hence not allowing for collaboration. So Jeremy, I can also see that you're recommending to move this table and you're sharing that from your Surface Book too.
Right, none of us are really designers here, but Microsoft has partnered with Steelcase to establish design principles for teamwork spaces. Now back on my Surface Book 2, I'm actually running one of their room designs here in AutoCAD, and the great thing with this device is because of the built-in NVIDIA GPU, it can handle really GPU and graphics intensive processes right from within this laptop. So here I've connected to the Surface Hub. Now in this case, we've got the Ideation Hub design open, and you can see here that I can actually interact directly with what's running on my computer and rotate that device. And in this room's design, we can see that the chairs are bar stools, so I can easily move between my chair and my Surface Hub, and that the table in this case, unlike your picture, isn't dominating the room.
What this also shows is that Win32 apps that wouldn't install on the Surface Hub can be projected and controlled via touchback and in-back on the Surface Hub. Using the top view to look at this design, you can see that the Surface Hub is easily accessible from everywhere in the room. Now, I'm going to take a snapshot of this design to bring it to my whiteboard and start inking on it. I can just click on the snipping tool, select the part that I want to work on, and now you can see what I was explaining earlier. Every participant from this meeting can easily come to the Surface Hub and collaborate side by side. Now, also look at the technology in the room. Because Surface Hub is an all-in-one conferencing device, the only piece of technology that we need in the room is a Surface Hub.
So can we see then how the design principles actually translate into the redesign of our room?
Of course. When we started the remodel of the room, it looked like this, right? It's absolutely empty. And then we applied our design principles and the room looked like this. As you can see, people can move freely and openly from their seating to the Surface Hub. There's also different levels of seating for people to be in a larger meeting, and there's also 2 different Surface Hubs in the room, depending on how many people is attending. You can also see that we have added a Surface Studio to increase the collaboration. In fact, Frank is joining us from this very room.
So we've shown then how the software with Office 365 and Windows 10 and the new Whiteboard app plus devices, plus even the workspace design really contribute to make a better creativity and collaboration environment. Where can people go to learn more, to learn about Surface devices in creative spaces?
If you want to learn about how to design your space for teamwork and collaboration, you can get help from a Steelcase partner at the link shown below. This information already includes 5 creating space designs for inspiration. Also, we have a growing number of devices in our Surface portfolio, and you can check all about them in the link shown. I hope we've inspired you to check our Surface devices portfolio and the integrated app and collaboration experiences in Office 365 and Windows 10.
Thanks, Nidhi, and also thank you, Frank and Strider, for joining us remotely, and thank you all for joining us online today for Microsoft Mechanics. That's about all the time we have for this show. We'll see you next time.